All right, today we are going to talk about finding the area of a non-right triangle, and we know how to find the area of a right triangle, or we know how to find the area of a triangle, and that would be that the area is 1/2 the base times the height. So a triangle like this, the base is A, there's your height, you would go to town with it. But we don't always know that altitude or that height, so we are going to look at some ways to figure this out using trigonometry. So if I were to look at this figure right here, and I'm going to use this angle C down here, I know that the sine of angle C is equal to the opposite, which is H over the hypotenuse, which is B. And so if I want to talk about this in terms of a triangle, then what I want to do is realize that for this overall triangle, the base of the triangle is A, so this B, which is the base of the triangle, is actually side A. So we could start to rewrite this as 1/2 A, and the height of this triangle right here is actually, all right, hold on one second. This height right here, so if I want to find the height, I got to multiply that B, which is this B, away, gone. And so the height is, this height up here is B, which is this side right here, not the B up there for base, B sine C. And that is how we can find the area of any non-right triangle if we don't know the altitude. The key here is recognizing that this angle C right here is in between the two sides A and B. So it is the included angle. So we're talking basically about having side angle side, and that's what allows us this to work. It could also work over here with an obtuse triangle. So we are going to move, and we're going to try to apply this formula now to our first example. And so we're going to write down area is 1/2, and I'm just going to use the letters A, B, sine C, only because that's on our formula sheet, and we don't have to have this memorized. But what matters is that this angle C is in between the two sides, and it's in between them. So now I literally just plug stuff in. 1/2 9 times 10. It does not matter what order you put the two sides in, because you can multiply in any order and it will not change the value. Sine 40. Then we're going to type this in our calculator, making sure your mode is degrees, since this is given in degrees. And at the end, we get an answer of 28.9 centimeters squared. So you'll notice that the next thing on your video notes is right here, meaning you're going to try to do this on your own. So you're going to pause the video right now, and you're going to try this on your own, and then we're going to check and see if you did it right. So pause. All right, so you were supposed to have tried that, and if you did do it, you can see the answer down here right over top of my face, which I think you can see. If not, I will move it for you. There you go. You should have plugged all that in your calculator and gotten 383.7. All right, now we are going to do a similar example, but we're going to do it with an obtuse triangle instead of an acute triangle. So you will notice that obtuse triangle just bigger than 90, but same exact idea. we are going to write down the formula. The area is 1/2 AB sine C, and it has not matter what letters we put up here, but this angle that we're using has to be in between the two sides, side angle side. So if I now just plug this stuff in, it's got some decimals, so it's a little bit more writing for me and typing in your calculator, but it's not a big deal. And we're going to go sine of 125. Boom, type that in the calculator. And when you do that, you should get 26.7 centimeters squared. And again, here's a you try. So you are going to pause the video. You're going to try this on your own, and then you're going to turn the video back on to play, and you're going to check and see if you did it right. So pause video. All right. If you did this, then you should have gotten this as an answer. Again, it doesn't matter what order you put your sides in. The 105 is in between the two, and so we are good to go. So that is, in general, how you do area using trigonometry instead of using 1/2 base times height. And that's the end of this video. Enjoy.